Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So I wanted to make this video because some of you are aware, obviously I'm big into wristwatches. That's what started this channel. I am actually wearing my Blancpain 50 Fathoms, my grail piece. So that's what I got on the wrist today. And a lot of you may know that I'm big into cigars. I have quite a, in my opinion, decent cigar collection, all different types of things. And I recently, this year, got into pipe smoking as well. So I'm a relatively new member to the YTPC, the YouTube pipe community. And in this video, I'm going to showcase my collection of some of the pipes that I've purchased and amassed here in a relatively short period of time, you know, this year alone. I do plan to invest in some really nice pieces going forward, but so far, this is what I got. So I'm going to flip the camera around, we'll go inside, and I will show you all of my pipe collection. Let's get into it. Okay, so as I mentioned, this is going to be my full pipe collection. In case you're interested in any of the things you see in this video, even some of these pipes, I'll put links down in the description and in the comments for you, but this is the case that I picked up to store all of my pipes in. I love that it has these rubberized feet on one side. Construction's decent. I mean, this isn't like a really nice Pelican case or something crazy, but you can lock the tabs so you can prevent unwanted access. But let's get into it. So this is the first layer. Now, obviously this is the level I take things to with anything I collect. First pipe we'll get into, and I meticulously cut all this away from this foam. But this is the first pipe I purchased that was like, you know, a nice pipe, something over the $50 kind of range. This is the White Elephant Ebony and Ivory. This pipe caught my eye for one, obviously the black and that white, almost pearlescent ivory colored acrylic stem, you know, little attention to detail with that silver kind of dot there. I did put a pipe bit. I put pipe bits on on all of my pipes just because I tend to clench down and I don't want teeth mark all over everything. Just doesn't look very nice, at least to me. But I like that the briar wood has the rusticated look on the outside, and then you see the natural wood grain color there on the lip, I guess the top of the bowl, and also that kind of etched white elephant logo is really cool. So this pipe, I think I paid maybe around 120 bucks or so for this one. But this pipe taught me a very quick lesson on using a shorter stem or shorter design like this. Not so well for aromatics. I think I smoked blue crab ACR in this and definitely got tongue bite. So that kind of taught me a lesson in shorter bowl or shorter shank and stem length and how that affects the pipe tobacco smoke and steam and all that good stuff. So I typically only smoke Latakia blends or maybe some of the heavier, smokier English blends out of this particular pipe. And then I ended up getting a Savinelli. This is a really cool pipe. This one is the 320 KS. I always have to look because I don't know all of these model numbers by heart. But I loved the shape of this. I actually bought this from a colleague of mine. He was selling it and I said, you know what? Let's do it. So I got a really good price on this, and knowing a little bit, looking into like Savinelli, it definitely caught my eye. I did make one mistake, which was using a cleaning. I was, cleaning my pipes. I was using a product that was maybe a little too strong and actually removed some of that finish. So eventually I'll get this re-polished and buffed out, but I was kind of surprised to see it take some of that, I guess, top coating or stain off of the wood itself. So I do need to get that fixed. But beautiful pattern. You can see the burl kind of pattern it has there on the base of the bowl, and beautiful Italian acrylic stem. The shape I just really like, and I do smoke a lot of aromatics out of this one. The bowl surprisingly big for its size. Maybe might be a little misleading, but that bowl goes in there pretty deep, so it's a good size smoke right there. My other Savinelli, recently picked this one up. This is the Miele. This is a bulldog shape with the straight stem, and there was a model on the website. It actually showed this as being like completely smooth around, but I'm kind of glad that I got this one. I think the lines give a little more detail work and just breaks it up a bit more. But you can see the angular, very contemporary, much more modern shape that it has to it, which I really like. I tend to like Italian and European furniture, as if you've ever been in my home, you've seen some of that, and I really like that more modern contemporary design. Same with artwork, I'm into more abstract type of things. So seeing this honeycomb de miel, as you can see the model name there, which means honey in Italian, and it has that honeycomb kind of design pattern in the stem. What I like about this was this particular pipe, this bowl shape has kind of an acorn shape to it just in itself, but seeing the striation marks from this briar wood that goes up along is almost like just perfect. Usually you have some sort of imperfection, you get some mixture of burl and then some straight lines, but in this one it's like just absolutely perfect the way that it flares out like that from the base. So you get the burl wood kind of pattern here, and then just all these markings just go up to the top where it transitions. And I was really blown away to see that kind of, I guess, just getting lucky with this particular pipe. I have smoked this, and the only thing I use this pipe for currently are the C&D Sun Bear blends. Obviously keeping in theme with the honey kind of thing. I think that's really cool. I might do some Virginias out of here, but definitely honey blends out of this pipe specifically. I like that a lot. One of my gifts from my wife, this was for my 40th birthday. I didn't know this, that there was an extra large size, so she ended up getting me this one, which is great. I still think it's perfect for like a quick smoke, but this is the Peterson Holiday Pipe 2024. This does use the copper spigot, two-piece system there, and I love the coloring here also on this stem. Kind of ties in with that color on the bowl, very light, almost looks black in some light, but then that dark brown burgundy kind of color that it has as well. So this I think is going to be great for quick smokes outside, since it'll be cooler or colder here in Texas during the winter. This will get me through a nice little quick aromatic smoke, and so that's what I plan to do with that pipe this year. This was my other gift. This was for my 40th birthday. This is by far my favorite pipe out of my entire collection. This is the VAUEN, I hope I'm saying that right, maybe it's just VAUEN, but this is the pipe of the year from 2022, a German-based company. This is like a dress pipe. I would use this if I was suited up or take it with me in a black, tie kind of event or affair. So you can see the year there, 2022. And this is using 925 sterling silver. I like that rather than the just simple dot that you see in a lot of other pipes, or VAUEN even in their models. They use this kind of cross pipe logo, which I think is really unique. Nice slick black acrylic stem, and then there's the number that I purchased. And what was cool about this is the number just happened to tie in with 0738. I think they only made so many of these, but in 2022, I was 38 years old. So it kind of ties in with this being my 40th birthday gift. And one interesting thing, aside from it just feeling really nice in the hand and being designed very well, and this is briarwood as well with that lacquer coat finish, these edges are just ever so slightly concave. Something you have to feel on the pipe. It's really hard to see in the lighting and just in video and photo, but it has a very subtle curvature to it inward. I think it's just a sexy pipe. I love that. It's probably the pipe I smoked the most so far this year, and I think it's going to last me my lifetime. So going to the next level down here, these are my corn cobs and then some of the earlier pipes that I picked up. So this is a Molina rusticated, and what drew me to this, as you can imagine, is that blue stem. Just look kind of funky, different from what you typically see. I like pipes that stand out a bit in their design, but I'm not opposed to more classy, cleaner looks, but yeah, I think it's fun. It's just a fun little pipe. Can't remember what I smoked out of this. I don't typically reach for this one. I might end up gifting or selling it, but it's good. I like it. It's a nice bowl. Heavy wall feels great in the hand, and I think it was like $60 or so. Very affordable. This is my other Molina. And what I like about this pipe was obviously that straight stem design. I think this is a bent billiard. Maybe it's just a billiard. I'm still working on learning all these guys, so please educate me. Leave me comments below. of whatever I screw up in this video. So I appreciate any help from more knowledgeable individuals. But I like that this is an Italian, you know, briarwood. It actually was a very just simple, naked, unstained, unfinished wood. It was more this color, so it's natural. And just over time from using it, oils from my hands, my fingers, you know, obviously smoking. I cleaned the lid of this. This was getting a lot of charring up top, but I've since cleaned it out. But this one I typically use like for my early morning pipe or some of my very mild mellow blends. I typically will reach for this pipe and smoke with it, but has a nice weight to it, and just that little touch of stainless steel there, or chrome, whatever, gives it a really nice look as well. This was my first ever corncob pipe, and this is the Missouri Meerschaum. I forget the model name of this one. Caught my eye, it's simple. What I don't like about corncobs and some of these in general is they have a thin shank, but you also have a really thin stem. So it just, coming from normal pipes, like, it just feels a little strange in the mouth. I don't really like it with the thinner stem like that. It's, again, just personal preference. But this was my first corncob, and I recommend everyone just getting into pipe smoking, get yourself a corncob, try some blends out, and if you know you get any ghosting or any issues, like, it's not a deal breaker. What I don't like about corncobs typically is the stuff that gets in built up along the side there. I know you can't see in there, but little bits of tobacco is hard to clean. So I've heard people using stuff called like pipe mud or whatever to kind of cement along the inside there. And this is unsmoked, as you can see, but eventually maybe I'll do that. Not a deal breaker, it's just, I guess, a little nitpick of mine. This was a recent pickup I got from Missouri Meerschaum, and this is the tobaccopipes.com collaboration that they did. This is called the Blue Diamondback, and I just love that blue acrylic stem. That looks really, really nice. Not the greatest quality of metal that's being used here, but again, this is like a $40, $50 pipe, but it would have been nice to see maybe some better polishing and fitment done on that piece. But I like how there's a lot of angular design to this shank. I mean, you can see all of the facets that they put in there. The staining color is really nice. Same thing into that stem. Just get this really cool diamond-esque look profile. And of course, the coloring on this corncob is just gorgeous. Almost like a honey brown, that honey golden and brown color there. Just looks almost sticky to the touch, but it feels great in the hand. You have these straight edges on the side. It's a very geometric kind of look that it has. And yeah, I really like this pipe a lot. I haven't used it yet, but I will be using it soon. And this was the other corncob I picked up. This is the Missouri Meerschaum 155th anniversary. I don't believe these were numbered as far as like limited edition. They might be, I couldn't tell you. But it has this nice black acrylic and kind of similar, you get that diamond pattern. But the difference being is this corncob, one, the colors on it just look amazing. Look at the finish on that. But also that shank, being that old school corncob stem as well, is really unique and definitely caught my eye when I was looking at these online. I said, oh, that's the one I gotta get. So I'm glad and happy to have been able to own this to my collection. And I've smoked the Burley 8-state Burley out of this, so I'll probably just use this as a Burley pipe or Burley blends. And you know, it just kind of has that old school, I don't know, it's like going back in time, being outside and just thinking of what it must have been like smoking a pipe back in those days. So really cool. But that's my collection. This case is awesome. I highly recommend it. It just makes securing your pipes very easy, and then also I think, you know, traveling with multiples and not worrying about them getting crushed in a bag is the way to go. But please let me know your comments down below. I really am looking forward to interacting more with this YouTube pipe community, so any support you can give me I greatly appreciate. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you at the next one. Take care.